For 5 years, two men fought for the right to rule China. One was born a nobleman, tall, powerful, the greatest warrior of his age. The other was born a nobody, cunning, flexible, willing to do whatever it took. History remembers both. But for 2,000 years, it is the nobleman that the people have loved. Xiang was born into the Xiang family, one of the great noble families of the state of Chu. His grandfather had been a famous general. From childhood, he was trained in the arts of war and nobility. He was said to be 8 feet tall, unusually large for the time. He could lift the tripod cauldron that 9 ordinary men could not move. He was by every measure extraordinary. When he was young, he saw the first emperor of Qin's magnificent imperial procession passing on the road. His uncle whispered, "We should study and serve our time." Xiang said, openly, boldly, "I could take his place." His uncle silenced him in alarm. But the young man had spoken the truth about himself. He was the kind of person who believed he could replace an emperor, and he nearly did. When the Qin dynasty crumbled after the first emperor's death, Xiang rose quickly. He was a military genius. His soldiers worshipped him. In his most famous victory at the Battle of Jiulu, he ordered his men to destroy their cooking pots and sink their boats. There would be no retreat, no way home, only victory or death. They won, against odds that seemed impossible. That was Xiang. The Battle of Jiulu was not just a victory. It was a declaration. Xiang arrived to find other rebel generals cowering in their camps, afraid to fight the Qin army. He went alone, broke the siege, and when the Qin generals surrendered, the other rebel lords came to him on their knees, unable to raise their eyes to meet his. He had become the dominant force in China through sheer military brilliance and personal power. There came a moment when Xiang could have ended everything. At the Hongmen Banquet, Liu Bang sat across from him, a rival who had entered the Qin capital first, potentially claiming the throne. Xiang advisor told him, "Kill Liu Bang now, or you will regret it forever." Xiang had the power. Liu Bang was in his hands. But Xiang looked at his guest and could not do it. He was not that kind of man. He loved a woman named Wujiang, his concubine, his companion through the years of war. She followed him on his campaigns. When he was victorious, she celebrated with him. When he was troubled, she sang for him. Whatever one thinks of Xiang as a ruler or a strategist, the love between him and Wujiang was real, deep, and famous across 2,000 years of Chinese literature. For a time, Xiang was at the peak of his power. He called himself the hegemon king of Western Chu. He divided the empire among his allies and enemies as he saw fit. He was the most powerful man in China, the new overlord that had replaced the Qin. But he was better at winning battles than building an empire. He was a warrior, not a politician. And Liu Bang was watching. Liu Bang was everything Xiang was not. He made alliances. He forgave his enemies when it was useful. He listened to advisors. He used other men's talents without jealousy. Slowly, he built a coalition against Xiang. And in 202 BCE, Liu Bang's armies surrounded Xiang at Gaixia. From all sides came the sound of Chu songs. Liu Bang had found men from Xiang's homeland. The soldiers heard the songs of home, and their hearts broke. On the last night, with armies surrounding the camp, Xiang sat with Wujiang and drank wine. He sang, "My strength could move mountains. My time has run out. The gray horse will not run. What can I do? Wujiang, what can I do?" Wujiang sang back to him. Then she took his sword and killed herself, so that he would not be slowed by protecting her. Xiang Yu wept. He, who had never wept in battle. Yu Ji's sacrifice has been remembered in Chinese poetry and opera for 2,000 years. She gave her life not out of despair, but so her beloved could escape unencumbered. Whether Xiang Yu could have escaped does not matter. What matters is what she chose to do, and what it tells us about what was between them. A general and his concubine, alone in a tent, surrounded by enemies on the last night of everything. With 28 riders, Xiang Yu broke through the encirclement. He fought through thousands of enemies, cutting down soldiers who came at him. Even in defeat, even surrounded, even outnumbered beyond counting, he was still Xiang Yu. He reached the Wujiang River. A boat was waiting. He could have crossed. He could have gone back to the lands of Chu and rebuilt. But he would not. He told the boatman, "I came east of the Yangtze with 8,000 young men. None has returned. Even if the elders of Jiangdong took pity on me and made me king, how could I face them?" He gave his beloved horse to the boatman. Then he turned back to fight. He said, "I will give him my head as a gift." He killed several hundred enemies alone before he was brought down. He was 31 years old. The soldiers of Han who killed him recognized him and fought over his body, because Liu Bang had promised rewards for whoever brought him in. 5 officers shared the body. 5 officers became lords. That was what Xiang Yu was worth to his enemies, even in death. Liu Bang became the first emperor of Han. His dynasty lasted 400 years. He is remembered as a great founder. But when Chinese people throughout the ages have written poems about the Chu-Han War, they almost always write about Xiang Yu, the loser, the one who chose death over dishonor, the one who could not face the elders of his homeland with an army of ghosts. What do we make of Xiang Yu? He was not a good ruler. He was too brutal after victories, too generous after defeats, too proud to use cunning when cunning was needed. He had every advantage, talent, power, loyalty of soldiers, and he lost. But he never compromised who he was. He never became something smaller to survive. Whether there was greatness or failure is the question each generation asks about him. Heaven destroys me. It is not the fault of my fighting. Xiang Yu, China, 232 to 202 before Christ.